Well, I said I was not going to prepare this and eat it, but here we are. It is missing off of the instructions. I did not myself add any butter, and I was supposed to add 2 tablespoons of margarine. I don't have that. So, I will eat it, but I'm wondering if anybody knows what I'm going to do with what I don't want about itself. There's nobody that I can send a text message or email to that I would let them know what I need about myself having to do with this food. So far, you seem to think that I'm hungry and I eat goes together. Yes, that's true. But why? Because there's no real need for me to be hungry. If I eat or if I don't eat, I always have the threat that I just won't eat something you give me because I don't need it or I don't want it. It's up to me. And that's you not knowing who I am, very far in the wrong. I don't actually need this problem. I don't need that I cook for myself and eat. I'm not masturbated problem that I do everything myself for myself to myself, all by myself with my own God and myself. I'm not like that. I don't have any leverage left. I'm 48 years old and I don't have leverage from that you've been doing things for me in my life since the age of 3. So that's 45 years of continuous alive of myself, and you want to declare that you've all been alive that long continuously and that you have a regular eating and sleeping. I don't believe you. No, because I am not alive without doing things for myself. That means you kill each other because you don't know how to stay out of each other's path to a death for each individual. And I know how I can get a death on myself would be if I get everything I want and need in my life. That's how I can get a death on myself. And you want to leave me like God, as if God left me going that way with some motion he was making it alive, and he left me here illegally alive, as if God was that far in the wrong in both places, and I'm just supposed to sit here and cry that God can't help myself. I don't even care about God didn't help himself. That would be up in heaven, sure. But I don't know what's going on in heaven when I'm right here. I can see what's going on here is against my need, which was small, compared to heaven and what heaven is doing with the self. Well, why aren't you Americans more attuned to why a person would get what they want what they get, and want themselves? Because I realize that you're all thieves, but you don't ever stop your thieving. Is approximately a debt that you are sensitive to about one another, that you do a thieving and then you follow it up with another one, so you don't feel that you should really feed any of it. But you must know how to die your own self. You can't just say, you're going to do something wrong, I'm going to do something wrong. You're going to do something wrong, I'm going to do something wrong. You have to be in God that you are doing something for your own self to die an unclean death in God. And you have to know how to do that is that God is allowing the motion about that with you. But you are not supposed to argue with God that you don't like your identity when he's doing that. That's true, he doesn't like your identity either. And you make him want to like you for the time being. Because you're so important because you did something against the size of God being big, massive, compared to the size of your one little small complaint about yourself.